What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Just Cause 4 show. So in today's video we're going to be talking about two awesome topics. I mean, it's going to be kind of free, but it's two main important topics, and that is about a Just Cause 4 demo and the map in Just Cause 4 as a whole. Now, if you are new to the series, welcome, of course. Now, basically in a nutshell, this is a series where we just talk about crazy things that we'd like to see in Just Cause 4, and we all share our ideas, and then we basically put it into a video, and then something like this gets created. I mean, pretty much in a nutshell. So that being said, as always, if you guys have an idea and something you personally would like to see in Just Cause 4, then go ahead and drop that right now in the comment section below, and you might just make it into the next video. But anyway, let's just jump straight into the video. So I want to start off with the word demo, or beta, everyone pronounces that word different, but as a whole, just playing a game before it's out, kind of for a limited amount of time, if that makes sense. Now, of course, nowadays demos as a whole essentially are kind of rare. No one realistically, in terms of game developers, release it. I mean, you still get some games that feature demos and whatnot, but as far as open world games, I mean, it's always kind of been a very rare occasion that you would get a demo of some sort. I mean, there have been big titles that have done this, but majority are a big no-no. Now, with Just Cause 2, we got a demo, of course. With Just Cause 3, we didn't. So, with Just Cause 4, will we get a demo? Personally, something I'd like to see is yes, and the reason I do say this is because I actually stumbled across the Just Cause series as a whole. I mean, the first ever game I played was Just Cause 2, right? And the only reason I played that is simply because a demo was available on the PlayStation Store, and this was of course back on PlayStation 3, and I mean, we're going back to like 2010. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you did have a limited amount of time to actually play the game. I think it might have been something a bit silly like 10 minutes, but it could have also been a bit longer, and of course everyone found like glitches to actually stay in the game longer and whatnot. But you still got to have a feel for the game before it was actually out, and then kind of make a decision whether or not you want to go and buy the game, because you couldn't actually explore the entire map, but the section they gave you, of course, the aim was to have as much fun as you can, and then hopefully want to play more of the game. Now, although that sounds really good, and how bad I would love Just Cause 4 to have a demo, I guess there is a downside in a game developer sort of mindset, if you will, and of course that is everyone and anyone can play the game for, you know, that certain amount of time, and it can actually lower their sales essentially, right? That's what it's there, because if a demo for Just Cause 4 comes out now and you play it and it literally is, you know, as bad as you probably would have never imagined, even though that hopefully would never happen, but you know what I mean. Let's just say you were not feeling the game whatsoever. Of course, you just wouldn't go ahead and purchase Just Cause 4, even if you were a fan of Just Cause 3 and Just Cause 2. So in that sense, I can definitely see the downside to it, but I mean, there are definitely more pros than there are cons, so I personally would like to see Just Cause 4 have a demo / beta, because I just feel it would be great. I mean, Just Cause 3 didn't, still done well, but I don't know, I just feel it's kind of a way to get your game more out there, especially considering that the amount of game developers that do it now is considered extremely rare. It would kind of be like putting your game out more on the spotlight, right? Because Just Cause 3, of course, is the biggest Just Cause game, period. So, well, as of right now anyway. So, I mean, it's always about getting that new sort of player aspect. But I don't know, I want you guys to get yourself in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this topic, because even myself, as much as I would like to see it, I can always see like a downside to it as well. So it very much is a sort of 50-50. But like I said, get in the comment section below and let me know what you think of that anyway. Now, moving on to the second topic, and oh boy, this is a very interesting one. This is about the map in Just Cause 4. Now, just as I say that, right, the first thing you kind of think about is like, how on earth do they how on earth are they even meant to top Just Cause 3 map in terms of the size of it? I mean, that was just absolutely crazy, right? I mean, just to give you guys a better perspective, right, I know there are actual figures and I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but what I will do is I will show you it on the screen right now, and when you see like how big it is in terms of like kilometers and all that sort of stuff, you will then actually understand. And I mean, a crazy thing is it's essentially bigger than GTA 5's map. Now that is another crazy thing, okay? Because when you look at both games, Just Cause 3 map is just huge, right? And it's more filled with land than it is density. Is that what it's called? A lot of people say that word. I guess that's something I can use with it. You know, as far as like details and everything goes, even though there are a lot of that stuff, it's just not as, what's the word, like packed out compared to GTA 5, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, but on like literally the map size in general, Just Cause 3 makes GTA 5 look like a little baby, okay? And you will see an image on screen right now, and in the bottom left hand corner is a GTA 5 map, and then on the right hand side is, of course, oh my god, the Just Cause 3 map. You can understand what I mean. It literally just eats that thing alive. Now, that being said, going back to what I was saying, it is all about how much stuff is going on that map though, because I definitely think that if Just Cause 3 had like a whole load of detail similar to GTA 5, the game would have just like been going on forever and ever and ever, because it's such a big map to fill. Going on to the other side though, with Just Cause 4, I'm kind of hoping that they do kind of go the opposite with what they done in Just Cause 3. So, I mean, I still want a big map, right? But I don't essentially want it to be bigger than Just Cause 3. I'd want it to be sort of around the same size as GTA 5, because, let's be honest, that map is still big. It feels massive, right? And that is simply because of all the things that are going on inside that map. And I feel that is what Just Cause 3 might have been lacking, and that's why we just see it as like literally a big map. I mean, it doesn't really feel as big as it is, if that makes sense. So I really want to see in Just Cause 4 is a map either maybe the same size as Just Cause 3, or step it down a notch to GTA 5, but definitely have a lot more stuff going on, like more rebel fights, more actual like interaction with pedestrians, and you know, it just always opens up like a whole nother door for a huge amount of variety, period. Because imagine like you're driving down, which you can in Just Cause 3, and you stumble across side missions, that's something you can participate in, right? But you might be driving down and you might be seeing like someone, like in Just Cause 2, being taken by the police and like they're being arrested and stuff like that, or maybe the police are chasing someone who drives past you. I have no idea, but small little details like this really do go a long way. And something I always wanted in Just Cause 3, which I actually assumed would have been in the game, is in Di Ravello's place. I thought, even though of course you wouldn't be able to see Di Ravello as a whole in the game, like just walking around in his sort of like mansion or castle, whatever you want to call it, I knew that like if the place was going to be there, and I had intentions of actually going to that place and coming across like some super crazy next level sort of security, if that makes sense, like guards on a whole nother level which you will not see anywhere else in the entire game. But when you go there, I mean, it's just completely empty, and that's sort of like a big wow and a big shock, if you will, because it was like it's such a big door of opportunities that they just didn't take. So small little details in terms of map is what I want to see in Just Cause 4. I want you guys to get in the comment section below though and let me know about this one as well. Do you want to see a map as big as Just Cause 3 or bigger, or do you want them to actually go down a notch and just have way more detail and a little bit of a less massive scale? I mean, we're talking like GTA 5 sort of scales here. I mean, even Just Cause 2 map was big. Maybe go down to that sort of level. Either way, the map will be huge for a fact, I know that, but is there going to be a whole load of stuff going on? We have no idea, but to me, that is super important. But I want you guys to get in the comment section below, like I said, and let me know your thoughts on that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, of course, smack a like on this video. If you have any more ideas on things you'd like to personally see in Just Cause 4, drop them in the comment section below, and you guys pretty much know the drill. If you see a comment or idea that you like, go ahead and thumbs it up, because whichever ones get the most thumbs up, of course, are the ones more likely to make it in a video. But get super creative and let me know in the comment section below. Of course, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for more awesome Just Cause 3 content. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you in the next one. But till then, I hope you have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and until the next one, adios amigos.